Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box, and if you guys can believe it, this is our final Jared Opens a Box of 2025, which is insane. I can't believe that you're already through our 5th year of Jared Opens a Box here. And I thought this was a good one to finish things off with this year because it's kind of a mix of some of the different series that we review a lot of here on the channel. This is from New York Comic Con 2025, which had a really stacked lineup in my opinion. I think Funko went all out with this one. So yeah, we're going to finish things off with this one. Like I said, there will be an episode next week, and then that will start the bi-weekly thing in 2026, which, like I said, I'll definitely be a little backlogged because of it, but I just think it's going to work out better that way. So we are going to go ahead and end 2025 off strong. And yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. We have 5 to get through today, so it's going to take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first one for today, which is from DC Comics. We have Brainiac. This is Pop Heroes number 574. As you can see, a lot of Superman stuff on this one. I think it's kind of funny that we're doing this now because there was just the announcement that Brainiac is going to be the main villain in the upcoming DC Studios movie Man of Tomorrow, which is also kind of a Superman movie, so very fitting here. There is the New York Comic Con sticker, and they also have the little Funko sticker there as well. There is, of course, the side of the box, back of the box, and the other side. Kind of a generic box for this one. They didn't give him anything special, but I guess they really didn't need to. All right, let's open this one up. Wow, this one is crazy. Holy cow. So here is Brainiac. They did such a good job with this one. Of course, when a lot of us think of Brainiac, we kind of think, the green and the purple. That's like the main thing. But this one has also appeared quite a bit. This robotic looking version, with of course the pink eyes there as well. Kind of resembles his ship that he is always flying around in as well. It looks very similar to this skull shape right here. So I guess that could be part of it. But he has all kinds of stuff going on here. I don't even know where to really start. He has whatever the heck this is in replacing his hand there. He's got some of the, tendrils and stuff coming out of his back, and even more like claws and hands and all of that. And he also has these little patterns here on his head as well, which we've seen, again, that looks very similar to what we've seen on his ship. And I'm mainly thinking, when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of Injustice 2, because he was the main villain in that as well. It looked very similar to this. I don't think this is what it's based off of, but I just think that's kind of what I'm picturing there. But I think this is really cool. I think this is an awesome figure of the character. I don't think he's going to look like this in that movie, but it will be cool to see him in a movie finally. So I think they are going to do a good job with that. So that one's really cool. Good way to kick things off. But we're moving into Marvel next. Because I think we always have a Marvel pop for these videos. We actually have 2. The first one here is kind of a main villain that's been rising in popularity recently. Also, I think he's pretty recent in general. I think he's maybe 2019 or something like that. It was his debut. But we have Knull. This is Pop Marvel number 1551. Of course, Knull is kind of like Venom's big villain now, the king of the symbiotes, or at least he was until Venom defeated him in the King in Black storyline. But this is really, really cool. He just has the generic Marvel box, which I guess that's fine. I would have liked to see the old Marvel Venom box for this one, but maybe they didn't have any extras, so let's go ahead and open this one up. Ooh, wow. This one's pretty cool. All right, so here is Knull. I think this one came out looking really, really cool. He has the, the pale skin, actually the same color hair as well. Then he also has those red eyes right there. He gave him eyebrows and a mouth as well. He's holding the, what is this called? The Necro Sword, I believe, in his hand right there, which almost looks like it has the Carnage symbiote on it. And then, of course, he has his attire, which has that Venom, the modified Venom symbiote look on it. Kind of goes across the entire body. Rest of it, of course, just being the black attire. But I think they did a good job with this one. I mean, seriously, this looks just like him. And unlike Brainiac, Knull actually did appear in a movie. He was in Venom: The Last Dance, which I still actually haven't seen. But to my knowledge, he really wasn't a major part of that movie. It kind of felt like they just shoved him in for marketing purposes, really. But hopefully, we will get to see him in an actual, because he honestly is an Avengers level threat. Like I read the King in Black storyline. It's like the main one, the main 5 issue storyline, and he was an Avengers level threat. I mean, they had everybody going after him. So he would definitely make for a cool Avengers movie villain or something, or even Spider-Man, like a Spider-Man movie too. But yeah, there is Knull. Really, really cool pop. And then our next one, apparently this one's also a symbiote. This is probably the one I knew the least about out of all these characters. I didn't even know it existed really, but apparently I did a little bit of research. This is another Eddie Brock symbiote. I swear he always has a new one every single time I look. I look away, look back, and Eddie Brock has yet another symbiote. So this is the most, I guess, one of the more recent ones. We have Bedlam. So this is Pop Marvel number 1550. Again, has the stickers, the exact same box that Knull had, so we don't really have to talk about it too much. All right, so here is Bedlam. This looks really, really cool, honestly. Pretty accurate to what I saw when I looked up the character. The big thing, though, I did notice, it doesn't have the mouth. I noticed that a lot of the images that I saw, he had, like, the venom, like he had the sharp teeth and all of that. Didn't give him on this one. Almost looks more like Scarlet Spider's mask, the way it has, like, the red eyes and then nothing else. It looks very similar to Scarlet Spider. It also seems like they went with, like, a comic look for this one. You see all of, like, the black on the red, so I think that might have been intentional. And then also this one has 4 arms. So it has these 2 right here, and then it has another one making, cracking knuckles right there in the center. So I don't know, I think that's kind of crazy. And then of course it does have a little bit of a modified Venom logo as well. And they also felt the need to design, they felt the need to texture the butt there as well. So I don't know why they do that sometimes, but that's pretty much how it is. I think this is really cool though, really cool figure. I got to do a little bit of research on it because of that. So, but I knew it was like, oh, it's a symbiote, I have to have it. I have all of the symbiote pops. So even if I have no clue who they are prior, it lets me look into some comic storylines that I never got to look into beforehand. So, and honestly, it fits with Knull as well, since he is the king, or the former king, of the symbiotes. Also, he does not stand up very well, and they didn't give a base. Yeah, he does not stand up at all. I really wish they gave a base for that. All right, moving on to our next one. This is a really, really cool one. This one being from Sonic the Hedgehog. Seems like Sonic's been in all the Comic-Cons recently. I feel like all the previous ones we've done, there's been a Sonic pop. We have Sonic with Caliburn. This is Pop Games number 1106. This one is from Sonic and the Black Knight. I did not think we were going to get any merchandise from that game, at least not from Funko. I mean, I know Sonic, like the other toy companies they've been working with, have made some things here and there. But this is cool. So this is, of course, another Comic-Con one. It has the same box as all the other Sonic Pops, so that's okay. I'm not really expecting anything different. This one does have a base, thankfully. So this one did come with a base. Alright, so here is Sonic with Caliburn. Again, this isn't going to be anything too crazy. Of course, we've seen Sonic plenty of times, and he doesn't have a different design, at least not, when he first gets Caliburn in the game. He doesn't have a different design yet. I think later on in the game, he does kind of change up his design a little bit. But this one came out looking really, really cool. They have all of the nice details and designs on the sword. You can even see it is textured a little bit there. It's kind of hard to see, but there is some texture, and he does have the metal glove on as well. So yeah, I think this is really cool. Again, it's kind of an obscure thing. I didn't think they were going to make a pop of this one, but sometimes Funko just does that. They just do obscure characters, and I love when that happens. But yeah, there is Sonic with Caliburn. I don't really have much else to say about it. I just love collecting these Sonic Pops, so there he is. And speaking of obscure characters, time for our last one. I had no idea this was coming. Nobody had any idea this was happening. and I'm just shocked that we actually got a pop of this one. So let's just get right into it. We have a Five Nights at Freddy's exclusive, which we haven't had an exclusive FNAF pop since like 2017 when they had Lolbit as a New York Comic Con one. I still think that's one of my favorites. But now we have another one, and this one is Endo-02. Wow, what a random choice. I mean, seriously, out of all the characters they could have done, they made a random endoskeleton. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because they did just do the FNAF 2 wave with the withered animatronics and Mangle, so it's not too far-fetched, but it's just interesting. I mean, I think he's really cool, but he's also just an endoskeleton, and not even a major one. Like, he was at first just an Easter egg in FNAF 2. He wasn't really... Actually, he really hasn't appeared in that much since then, so it's just really surprising. And I mean, Funko made a tiny figure of him many years ago when they first got the license, and that was it. So I thought, okay, they're obviously never going to make anything for him ever again. Well, here you go, surprise. And a Comic-Con exclusive at that. So this is Pop Games number 1105. And then the box, again, is the same as the Withered Wave had. But let's go ahead and open this one up and see how they did. They didn't even make Endo-01, which is why I find it even more weird. Oh, this is actually really cool. Alright, so here is Endo-02. As you can see, it's actually very metallic, which I didn't put on the box, but it's definitely metallic. It's also really, like, I feel like if I move it the wrong way, it's going to break, because it feels very weird. But I think they honestly did a really good job with the design. I mean, they gave him the little ears here. It looks like Foxy's ears. They gave him the white eyes right there, which is cool. The design is, like, perfect. I mean, it is seriously so accurate to what Endo-02 looks like. So this must have been one Funko was waiting to do for a very long time. They were like, let's do Endo-02. They wanted to do this. I mean, they got everything right. Even the, like, down to the teeth and the body. It's like everything is just correct. And even got the back. Like, that's just so crazy to me. But yeah, this is Endo-02. What a fun character to do. What a really random choice on Funko's part, but I think it's awesome. I think it's going to be a really good addition to the rest of the FNAF collection. But yeah, you got to be really careful because this thing is really, really, like, I feel like I said, if I make the wrong move, it's going to break, and I don't want to do that. All right, guys. Well, that was New York Comic Con 2025, our last video of the year. I'll go through them one more time here. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on which one is your favorite. I'm giving them all a 10 out of 10. They are incredible. A great lineup of figures for this Comic Con. But I'll go through them one more time here to show you guys. And then let me know which one is your favorite. But we have Brainiac. We have Knull. We have Bedlam. We have... Oh... Well, we have Sonic with Caliburn, and then we have the now broken Endo-02. I told you, I don't even know where it went. Yeah, but he fell and his arm broke off. I kind of figured that was going to happen, because he's so, you know, just not structurally sound. But let me know which of these is your favorites. And then, yeah, that's going to do it for today. When we come back next week, not only will it be in a new year, but we're going to have a really fun video for you guys. We're going to be taking a look at some new Transformers Funko Pops, specifically from the Beast Wars line. So that's going to be really, really fun. Good way to kick off 2026. But thank you guys for all of your support this year. I think there's one more Jared Takes the L video of the year, and then 2026. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.